In a recent interview, Eric Trump essentially outlines the advantages that Ripple and XRP would offer to the global banking system. Additionally, there is a previous video of Don Jr. and BitBoy discussing the significance of XRP. In Africa, we will also join the Kenya Bankers Association. The use of XRP is increasing. Additionally, there is some fresh information on PayPal and the growth of stablecoins. We're going to start with a Versant clip. We will also discuss OCC's digital asset efforts in the United States. Additionally, I have a few points at the conclusion that you should pay attention to. This is where we should begin. And the readiness to acknowledge that the current financial system is flawed, slow, and costly, as well as the desire to go back to the initial section of our interview. Furthermore, there is nothing that can be done on blockchain that cannot be done more effectively than the way the financial institutions operate currently. SWIFT is a complete failure, you know. It is rare for me to not be attempting to send or receive a wire on a Friday afternoon with every passing week. You're concerned that you might not see the money you should be receiving in the regular course of business for another 72 hours or whatever it may be, if you're going to miss the 4 o'clock cutoff time? It's crazy, it's crazy. You know, it doesn't really make sense for banks to operate Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, with a lengthy lunch break. You might attempt to obtain a mortgage in the United States, or essentially anywhere else in the world. But just so you know, with a bank that has been your banker for the past 25 years, you and your spouse might sit there for 90 or 120 days and get to know your customer. And you need 120 days to obtain a mortgage in order to purchase a home? The house you want to buy is already gone, and your dream has already fallen apart by the time you receive the mortgage. Modern finance is not like this. There is no confidence here. Try sending money all around the world. You wish to purchase a watch. You wish to purchase a vehicle. Whatever it is, you want to go do it. The banks keep half of that, you know. Possess rates for currency conversion. You own a variety of items. In a country where you have never spoken to a banker before, you must locate a branch bank. You're not even sure if they're a scammer or a real banker. On the other hand, a DeFi app is currently available for use. Any cryptocurrency program can be used to instantly transfer funds from wallet to wallet without incurring costs or experiencing any fluctuations. We have a broken banking system. We have an outdated banking system. The ultra-wealthy are favored by our banking system. The realization that our banking system was being used as a weapon against the vast majority of Americans, those who do not have zeros on their balance sheet, or those who may have donned the red hat that declared, "Make America Great Again," is what really got me into this. I was also compelled to enter the crypto world. And I'm telling you, banks will go extinct in 10 years if they don't pay attention to what's coming. I really listened to this clip, but it was much shorter, and I didn't have all of the pre-context, the first minute and a half, for example. Only the last 30 seconds or so. I may have aired this tape around the end of last week, if you recall. However, having the entire context here is helpful. In reality, Eric Trump is ranting about the system. He has clearly experienced some extremely difficult circumstances in the past, and he believes that the current system is not working in his favor. He stated as much here, along with debanking and other things. How many of the problems raised by Eric Trump can be resolved by crypto? Value is moved instantly. It is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and 365 days a year, as opposed to 9 to 5. You can still transmit value immediately and for a very small charge around the globe, even on holidays. Ripple and XRP can be used to fix everything he listed, correct? Utilizing additional resources such as HBAR, Algorand, and so forth. Please understand that while I support all of these assets, I simply prefer XRP to them all. I've examined everything. I get it all. And I continue to believe that my best chance for financial independence is with XRP. This is an older cup. I must play this. BitBoy has, of course, been having some issues. Man, I hope the best for him. Whatever midlife crisis he's going through, I hope he can overcome it. He's going to have a hard time. I know that. That's terrible, guy, and I sincerely hope he doesn't receive any serious time. Donald Trump Jr. is shown here. I'll play it. Additionally, you have currency like XRP that are capable of altering the banking system. The goal of XRP is to enable considerably faster international cross-border payments, as you may have guessed. Thus, XRP and Bitcoin are both considered to be networks of value. Therefore, the SWIFT system, which currently operates the financial system, is a network of information that facilitates international transfers and cross-border payments. Therefore, someone needs to step in on the back end and handle all the work when something occurs on the SWIFT system. Yes, it takes 5 to 7 days for these things to truly settle, so if you're dealing with time variations and other issues, as you would in an international transaction, it causes the headache or the time lag. Since it's a network of value, we must repeat it till it settles in 30 seconds. Through that network, you are actually transmitting the value. You know, who can recall Big Boy from 2018 to 2021? Though I entered this field at the end of 2019, I have seen snippets of 2018. I was there when BitBoy was quite opposed to XRP and Ripple, but as time went on, he saw that there was a really useful use case for both. The absurd thing is that Ripple, the cross-border payment firm, was the only one present when they taped this, and he was discussing it. It wasn't Ripple, the stablecoin developer RLUSD, the US stablecoin authorized by NYDFS. I take it that Ripple is also collaborating with other banks to develop stable currency for those banks on the XRP ledger. A number of additional stablecoins are already making their way onto the XRP ledger, which will increase liquidity. Additionally, at that time, you did not have Ripple as a custody provider, correct? In order to provide their clients with cryptocurrency custody, banks will require some kind of custody solution. Banks can be offered that by Ripple. Therefore, banks do not need to change the wheel. They might simply state, "This infrastructure is what we want." After you get it, install it, and wait a few weeks, your bank will be able to offer you cryptocurrency. That's absurd, but that's the way things will be. The Bankers Association of Kenya. The upcoming industrial revolution is ushered in by ISO 2022. Let's get it. One of our main strategies for automating the payment ecosystem is the ISO 2022 upgrade. The fifth industrial, which includes concerns about system interoperability, secure systems, and real-time systems, is made possible by the infrastructure created by the ISO 2022 upgrade. We get quite a few advantages from ISO 20022. Global interoperability is one of the main advantages. The Kenya KBA ACH system may now interface with any ACH worldwide and with any existing payment system. Additionally, it opens the door to rich data, which opens the door to additional analytics and real-time data analysis. We now have big data, and the ACH makes it possible. Many thanks. Having someone like me come up here every day and explain to you how crucial ISO will be to the new monetary system is interesting. However, when a random Kenya Bankers Association tells you about the advantages they see and you begin to agree with them, you're truly beginning to realize that this is the beginning of a new financial revolution. Correct? Would you like to participate? You only need to ask yourself that question today. Would you like to participate in this? Correct? You will experience heartache. You will have losses, you know. You will experience fluctuations that will make you want to exit the cryptocurrency market. You won't be purchasing this today, though. If you can overcome all of that, gather your courage,